How can I build strong relationships? By smiling. Not indiscriminately. This is one of the techniques. But smile really helps to build a very strong relationships. As we go in, we'll talk about it. Welcome to Bhagavad Gita for Life Hub. 18 timeless questions, 18 Bhagavad Gita answers. This is episode number 12. We'll be covering chapter number 12 through this question because Krishna gives many hints and lessons how we can build very strong, good, nice, friendly, happy relationships. And in fact, that the more happy relationships you build up, the more happy Krishna is. And the more happy you make Krishna, the more strong and happy relationships yours will be. If any of you are not having good relationships, stay tuned till the end. You get a lot of lessons and Krishna's blessings to build up a very strong relationships, beautiful relationships, happy relationships. And smile, please. Okay. Now, this chapter is actually one of the two smallest chapters in Bhagavad Gita. It has only 20 texts or 20 shlokas. And the chapter begins with who is God? Because Arjuna gets this doubt based on the past discussions. So please, those who are directly coming into this, after finishing this, go back to the previous chapters. We have chapter 1 to chapter 11 and then come to chapter 12. But you can pick anywhere, just like you eat an apple or a mango, anywhere you can bite is nice. You can start off with 12th chapter, go anywhere, whatever you think is very important for you. You choose a question and then we will answer there. So that is the thing. So why Arjuna gets this doubt is all in the previous chapters. Arjuna asks this beautiful question. Now you are talking about relationships. How come you are talking, something about God? This one, God is teaching, Supreme Personality of Godhead is teaching what are the relationships. It's a long conversation. I said, please refer to the previous videos. Arjuna asks this beautiful question because relationships are personal, not impersonal. If you want to have beautiful relationships with anyone, it has to be a personal relationship. Somebody staying overseas, that's a different matter. But if you're in the same town, make it a point to go and visit your parents physically, in person. Don't just give a call. That is also there. Giving a call and sending a WhatsApp message is fine. At least cook something nice for your father or mother living in the same town. If they are out of town, at least make it a point to go and visit them personally once a month if they are quite in another town. And if they are in another country, at least once in 6 months or once in a year, give some holidays to your parents or relatives and old friends, school friends. So this is all very important. So the first lesson in this chapter, that actually the Acharyas gave this chapter header as devotional service. Then based on my personal realization, I changed the header to, what is the header? I just showed you this slide. How can I build strong, healthy, happy, beautiful relationships? Okay. And this is where it starts, where Arjuna asks this question. Krishna, people want to have relationships. I see around me, many people are trying to have relationships. In fact, Krishna discusses in the beginning 11 chapters about other methods of relationship and the realization of God. Dhyana Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Hatha Yoga, Shat Chakra Yoga, all are impersonal methods. WhatsApp, email, phone, WhatsApp call, other methods, write a letter, telegram, anything impersonal. You don't go and meet in person. So all those methods are impersonal methods. Like you are trying to connect with God, Lord Krishna, through impersonal methods, meditation. Here he suggests and sets an example to Arjuna. Personal relationship is best. And what is that personal relationship? It is called as Bhakti Yoga. At the end of 6th chapter, we already discussed Yoginam api sarvesham madgate nantaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yukta tamo mataha. Bhajate means personal relationship, worships. Yoginam, among all my children, among all the yogis, all are yogis, they are trying to connect me. But if there is a father, somebody is trying to connect impersonally, and somebody is connecting personally. Who does the father like, and which one, the father or mother, which relationship they prefer, even if they are in old age home? Because nowadays, I'm not telling it is wrong or something. It is circumstantially, it is okay. For convenience, you are working very far, and we are all like scattered across the globe, different jobs, different places. That's what we have created. We humans have created. We have to live with that. But which one they will like? You go personally and give them a hug is different, or just on the phone, some kisses and hugs and love you mom, all this. Which one they prefer? They always want to touch you, feel you, right? So Arjuna asked the same question, and in the previous chapters, Krishna has already answered that all those are impersonal methods. That is where Arjuna is asking, because he finds majority are applying that method, impersonal method, Dhyana Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Shat Chakra Yoga. All methods are impersonal, not at all personal. So, and they are majority. Even they have gurus for that who are teaching. So approach a spiritual master means they have gurus. There is a lineage for that, and they are the majority. Majority is the ruling party, and then we are minority. Somebody teaching that method will get 1 million views. Somebody teaching this method, I get 30 views, 60 views with great difficulty. 1 month I get 100 views. All right. So this method is not so popular, whereas that method is very popular, many people. And Krishna has answered in Bhagavad Gita, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatati siddhaye. Among thousands of people will take one step towards me. And out of many thousands of those people who take step, one hardly knows me. And out of many people who hardly know me. And he also tells, after many, many lifetimes, Vasudevaha sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabhaha bahunam janmanam ya ante gnanavan mam prapadyate. Gnani, the impersonal method, after many, many thousands of lifetimes practicing that impersonal Gnana Yoga, and he becomes a perfect Gnani. His search of so many lifetimes, that method, he will come to conclusion, Vasudeva, this personal form of mine is Sarvam. All this impersonal, what I was thinking, is actually the same person. His energies only have been studying and trying to connect. Then he will come to this personal Bhakti Yoga. This Bhakti Yoga is among all the yogis. Yoginam api sarvesham madgate nantaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yom same yukta tamo mataha. Therefore, here Arjuna asked this question, hey, majority are there. Tell me conclusively, is God impersonal? Because they are teaching outside. God is energy. From energy, this person is coming. So this person is illusion. This personal form of Krishna is illusion. The real God is behind, which is like energy, huge light, the Brahma Jyoti. But Bhagavad Gita, Krishna has clearly explained, from the person comes the energy, not from energy comes the person. And all the acharyas of all the bona fide paramparas have accepted this fact. Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, Nimbarka, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all Sampradaya Acharyas, they have accepted Krishna's Bhagavad Gita as it is, and they have taken and chosen, and they are teaching this personal worship of Krishna. So I'll just read a little bit of Sanskrit, a little bit of English here and there to get this point. Although it is only 20 verses, most people don't understand this, so I'm spending more time. It's only 20 shlokas. Previous chapter 55 shlokas also you took 1 hour 20 minutes. This chapter also only 20. I thought you will finish in 20 minutes or 30 minutes. No. This in fact takes more time, maybe 2-3 hours, but I'm doing my best to cut it short. Because of the current circumstances, people want everything to be stuffed into 1 minute, half-minute videos, which doesn't please Krishna. I have to give that much time to explain. If you people want, you can give a pause here, come back and continue. Slowly you finish for the pleasure of Krishna. Krishna will be very happy. If you people properly understand and embrace this personal relationship with Krishna. Okay, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12, text 1, devotional service. Arjuna uvacha evam satata yukta ye bhaktastvām paryupasate ye chapi aksharam avyaktam tesham ke yoga vittamaha. Arjuna inquired, which are considered to be more perfect? Those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested? Sri Bhagavan uvacha mayyaveshya mano yema nitya yukta upasate shraddhaya parayopetas teme yukta tamamataha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, said, those who fix their minds on my personal form and are always engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith are considered by me to be most perfect. Both are okay. Something is better than nothing. You call your parents on phone. But if you personally visit, between the two, who never goes personally and meets, who always only meets on phone, this man is more perfect. Krishna is telling, the personal relationship is always more perfect. I prefer that relationship. Text number 3 and 4. Etvaksharam anirdeshyam avyaktam paryupasate sarvatragam achintyam cha kutastam achalam dhruvam sanniyamaindriya gramam sarvatra samabuddhayaha te prapnuvanti mam eva sarvabhuta hite rataha. But those who fully worship the unmanifested, that which lies beyond the perception of the senses, the all-pervading, inconceivable, unchanging, fixed and immovable, the impersonal conception of the absolute truth. Technically, absolute truth means God. Okay. Those who are new, I'm just explaining. When I say absolute truth, it means God. The impersonal conception of the God, impersonal conception of the absolute truth, by controlling the various senses and being equally disposed to everyone, such persons engaged in the welfare of all at last achieve me. See here beautifully what he is telling you. Listen carefully. Even in impersonalists who are having connection with God, God is expecting them to be having good, healthy, happy relationships with others. Whether you take the impersonal method of worship of me or the personal method of worship of me, but in your world, of this planet Earth, you are interacting with other people. Just because you are meditating, you cannot be cold-hearted and then you don't go and meet and fulfill the personal responsibilities of keeping in touch and taking care of the people. You have to be nice with people. You have to be happy and healthy in your relationships with people. You cannot be, having some ego, I'm superior, they don't know nothing, I know everything. That Krishna is very clearly explaining here. Equally disposed to everyone, whether you are worshipping Nirakara of God or Sakara, form of God or energy of God. Whichever you are worshipping, the common factor is good relationships with others. Others is not just human beings. In Vedic terms, others means with all living entities. Okay, equally disposed to everyone, engaged in the welfare of all. Engaged in the welfare of all. All means plants, insects, birds, beasts, fish, humans, devatas, pishachas, gandharvas, all living entities. You have to be compassionate, kind, equally well disposed, and you must think of their welfare. Then only at last you can achieve me. This is what it's telling. So good relationships are a must. You may be getting up in the morning 3:30 and do Mangalarti nicely, and then finish all your 16 rounds, come out, but you have a very cold relationship with others. No, Krishna is not happy. He says, like even in Bhagavatam, in Bhagavad Gita, he is discussing with Uddhava. Krishna is explaining these Bhakti Yoga principles more in detail and more practically. One day we'll make videos on that. That means theory we are taking, and practically he is giving more information there. There he is explaining about 3 types of people. Kanishta, Madhyama and Uttama. Uttama means you do your sadhana nicely, and also you have very good relationships with others. Now you do your sadhana nicely, but you have a very cold relationship with others. That is not nice. Okay. Text number 5. Klesho adhikatarastesham avyakta sakta chetasam avyakta hi gatir dukkham dehavadbhir avapyate. For those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested, means there is no form, Nirakar. Their minds are attached to the Nirakar form or unmanifested form, impersonal feature of the Supreme. Advancement is very troublesome. Krishna is telling, Arjuna is asking between the two, which is better? Sakar, Nirakar, worshippers. He is telling why also, the reason he is giving. Sakar is always easy because we are persons, we are having a body, we are having senses. It's easy to deal with other people who have a body and senses easy. To show our love and affection and all this, we have the senses, the other person also has senses, is easy to deal. Now I am having this akar, but I am meditating on some nirakar. He says it is very troublesome. So don't go out and get confused because the majority are them, and that is more right or something more fancy. No, Krishna has very clearly told here, the Sakara worship, Jai Jagannath, you go to Jagannath Swami, worship him, he has a form, huge wooden Daru Brahma is there. Easy to worship, easy to garland him, easy to do arati. It is so nice. Similarly, you go to Tirupati, you go to Sriranga, you go to Ananta Padmanabha Swami in Kerala, you go to any of these great Vishnu temples, you go to Vrindavan, more than 5,000 temples are there. Any temple you walk in, deity worship is done. The form of the Lord is worshipped. And Krishna is telling that is much easier, easy to relate. Whereas the other one is very difficult. And now you don't have deities at home, don't worry. A picture of Krishna, 2 inch by 4 inch also okay. 3 inch by 6 inch, a small picture. If you can afford, make a nice frame out of that. Initially you don't have, you can begin with that. Your white belt, still not black belt. When you get black belt, you can have nice brass deities or some other deities. But right now you can just start with a picture and you get the same benefit because there is a form of the Lord inside. The same temple deity, you have taken a photo because of the current technology, and that photo you are keeping, it will do fine. And just clarifying the doubt, I don't have deities, no need. You can have a picture. It is also personal worship because you can see the form of the Lord, which is much easier to relate with. Krishna is so beautiful. So there the advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in the discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied. It's very difficult. So this is very important. God is a person or an impersonal energy? Krishna has clearly answered. The Bhagavad Gita for Life Hub students, be equipped, don't get confused. When you go out, you just say to have good relationships, give them a smile. Okay, sir. No, it is Nirakar. Okay, sir. We don't have to show our knowledge there. This is internally for you to be equipped because you have the quote and reference of Arjuna and Krishna's conversation in 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the first 5 verses, very crystal clearly it is clarified. You don't argue with them unless they're ready to listen to them. Just give them a link here, let them go and check out, because it's clearly explained here. Everybody cannot debate. We don't have skills to debate, but internally we can be very strong. My Sakara worship is the perfect method of worship which Krishna prefers, and it's easier for me. All these reasons are there. Now, text number 6 and 7. What happens? Why that is difficult and it is easy? In the other one, your effort is more. In this one, your effort is less. It's very beautiful. I'll read the Sanskrit and translation. Why this method is better. Etu sarvani karmani mayi sanyasya matparaha ananyenaiva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate tesham aham samudhartha mrityu samsara sagara bhavami na chirat partha mai aveshita chetasa. But translation of 6 and 7, Bhagavad Gita chapter 12, devotional service. But those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me and being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotional service and always meditating upon my personal form, having fixed their minds upon my personal form, O son of Pritha, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. They will take Bahunam Janmanam Ante. Whereas this method, this one life is enough. Very quickly. Quick means super quick. And he says, they have to go to the other planet. He will do so much meditation, this, that, with his personal, he becomes yoga, siddha, ashtasiddhis and all, then he can travel to other planets. Here, he says, I will personally come. You see, not even Vishnu Dutas. He says, Krishna says, I am coming on my Garuda and pick you up and I take you on my Garuda Vahana. This is the highest level. For some people, Vishnu Dutas will come and take them to the Vaikuntha planets. But those who worship Krishna in his personal form, Krishna says, I am coming myself. Bhagavad Gita, he is telling, I am not telling. It is not my personal opinion. I am reading out from Bhagavad Gita. He says, I am the swift deliverer. In various places it is written, in Varaha Purana also it is written. Same thing. Garuda, Bhuja Skanda, I will carry you. I am the swift deliverer. So this method is easy. And still some people feel, even after Krishna giving so easy method, they will think it is not so nice. Like giving something free, I told no, psychology. I give this knowledge freely here, such high quality. Free means, easy means, maybe not very valuable. Free, count free later. Even taxi wala will charge to go per kilometer so much. How can Krishna himself bring Garuda from Goloka Vrindavan and then he carry me, pick me up from this material universe and carry me personally? Sounds little bit unrealistic. Faith is not so strong, but have faith. Have firm faith. Just by worshipping this picture, 2 inches by 3 inches small pocket business card size picture I keep. I am living in a PG paying guest accommodation. I pay 6,000 rupees. They pay me 3 meals, and then I'm doing some work and just keep this picture. Yeah, that is enough. Just keep this picture. Krishna will make arrangements quickly for you to come out of that. Better facilities where you have more association of devotees, more worshipping methods, and you can advance. Krishna is so kind. He will come and pick you up from there up to the Goloka Vrindavan. He is a swift deliverer. He himself will come. That's why it is said, if you put one step, Krishna will put 10 steps. In the other methods, you put 9 steps, God will put only 1 step. But again, after many lifetimes, you have to come to this method. From Nirakara worship of many lifetimes, you have to come to this lifetime of again Sakara worship only. This is the only method you have to finally arrive here. If you're lucky now, directly take this. This is what it says. Sir, we came to this class thinking that, how to build very strong and healthy relationships. This is the first lesson. You develop a personal relationship with God that will reflect in your other relationships around you. It will come. You don't jump the point. We are coming to that. It's only 20 verses. We already finished 7 verses. In another 13 verses, he sets a personal example from 8 to 12. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Next 4, 5 shlokas, Krishna sets a personal example how to build strong, healthy, beautiful, happy relationships, because he sets a personal example. What is the personal example he sets? He says he's very flexible in this relationship of people approaching him. Like few shlokas, like 3-4 shlokas, he says this is Sakara worship. Circumstantially, this Sakara worship is not possible. You still are stuck in that other method of Nirakara worship. He says that is fine. God is flexible. That's why he has given that. If this is the best, why he has not deleted? For God, it is so easy to delete. Right? But he's telling, let them be there. They also are dear to me. But you are more dear to me. The personal worshippers are more dear to me. And he's very flexible. In the next verses from 8 onwards, he tells the highest level of personal relationship he sets. And then he says, if you cannot, do the next one. If you cannot, you do the next one. If you cannot, you do the next level. He's so flexible. He's so kind. In our relationships with others, we have to have the same flexibility. Most often what happens is we want, like say husband-wife relationship I talk. We want the wife to score 100. Without I as a husband, I don't think whether I have to score 100 or not. You are always measuring whether she is scoring 100 out of 100 or not. And similarly, vice versa. Wife is expecting why he doesn't love me so much. Why he doesn't bring me a gift. Why he doesn't remember my birthday or our wedding anniversary. Every time I have to remind. Oh, he loves his mother more than me. He loves his sister more than me. And I'm so possessive. Your family, my family, all this tamasha will be happening. But Krishna tells, he is very flexible in his relations. It's okay. Wife is scoring, after marriage, maybe 30 out of 100. Husband is very tolerant, gives more space, more time. He still smiles. She's not up to the mark. And similarly, wife also, he is not up to the mark. A new relationship they are building. You do 100 out of 100, otherwise it's a 1 or a 0. On and off. No, this is not just a binary operation. This relationship's 1 or 0. Either you score a 1 or a 0. If you don't score 100, you are useless. You useless wife. मेरे कर्मा है ये, तू मिल गया, you husband. Why? She scored 90, no? 90 is not acceptable. She is not a perfect wife. He is not a perfect husband. So this chapter 12 of relationships, building healthy, happy, strong relationships. The first one is, you begin where they are. You accept them as they are. Krishna is doing that only. At whatever level you are, he says, I'm happy, you start from there. You don't have to score 100. You are scoring a 30. Circumstantially, your energies, you are new and building this relationship with me. From wherever you are, you start. You are in Nirakar, Dhyana Yoga, Jnana Yoga. He says, fine, no problem. You start from there. So let us read that Sanskrit translations, Sanskrit and English translations. I will read for you. Text number 8 onwards. He says, you score 100. If you cannot, you score 90. You cannot score 90, score 80. If you cannot score 80, score 70. If you cannot score 70, score 60. If not 60, 50. No problem. Krishna is so kind. So when we build our relationships, anything, husband, wife, parents, children, friends, and business, suppliers, your customers, your neighbors, international, this nation and that nation, your neighbor nations. Love thy neighbor. Not applicable for nations. It is applicable. Krishna will be very happy if nations cooperate with each other and live happily without fighting and bombing each other. Krishna is not happy when nations fight with each other and bomb each other. Similarly, we humans. So the first lesson in relationships is, don't look for perfection. Krishna is not looking for perfection. This is a personal example. He is telling this. So the thing is, we are in the middle. God is here. I have a relationship with God. The more I improve my relationship with God, in my surroundings, I improve my relationship with people around me. This will reflect, the mirror reflection is this. This is how you build healthy, happy, strong relationships. Improve. And then Krishna is not happy. He tells you will be a Kanishta. You are like very selfishly, because your selfishness is there. I want to be very close to Krishna. But you don't interact with your other people nicely. You do nice arati to Krishna, but you are scolding your wife. Krishna is not happy. You do nice offering to Krishna, but you don't serve your husband nicely the prasad. Cow. But with Krishna, you go nicely. Ting, 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 ting. Oh, Krishna, please accept. But when husband comes, udhar laga hai na, cow. Then Krishna is not happy. That is not the way to build relationships. So let me read the Sanskrit and the English translations about these relationships. Great relationship chapter this is. The header is, if you cannot. He says, if you cannot, you do this. If you cannot, you do this. The pictures are already there. I'll read the Sanskrit. You please relate with the pictures. It's explained wherever possible. I will also explain. All right. So text number 8. Mayeva mana adatsva mayi buddhim niveshaya nivasishyasi mayeva ata urdhvam na samshayaha. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt. Text number 9. Atha chittam samadhatum na shaknosi mayi stiram abhyasa yogena tato mam ichhaptum dhananjaya. My dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain me. The first one is always thinking of Krishna 24 hours, whatever you are doing. That is called as Raganuga Bhakti. Technically, here that word is not used, but I am telling you. Like I show the example, always think of Krishna is the gopis example. They didn't approach a spiritual master, take Diksha from him or anything like that. Simple village people. So that example doesn't suit us. We are not able to think always of Krishna. We are thinking of some sportsman, some movie star. Our intelligence and our concentration is different, unlike gopis. So for us to divert from this kind of personal worship of some sports star and beautiful handsome movie stars, from their worship we had to divert to Krishna's worship. The second method is for us suitable. You approach a spiritual master, take some siksha and diksha from him, and then practice this sadhana bhakti. The first one is Gopi's method, Raganuga bhakti. We are nowhere there. Whereas this one is sadhana bhakti, is more suitable for some, and that also is not suitable for everybody. If you cannot, Krishna is telling, if you cannot do that also, Gopis, if you can do, fine. If you cannot do like Gopis level, you do this sadhana bhakti. If you cannot do this sadhana bhakti also, then Krishna says, you work for me. That is the next shloka, text number 10. Abhyasepi asamarthosi. Samartha means capable, asamartha means not capable. If you are not capable of doing this sadhana bhakti, the next level, start from there. Don't rush into it. Many people rush into it and then they lose everything, they fall down. They want to go to Vrindavan, live like gopis and imaginary, and then they go there, do some offenses, get into bad company. Don't rush. And if somebody want to, break from their families and go and take diksha, not necessary. Take time, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, get your family around you, cheer you. They come and attend your diksha ceremony. Win everybody. You don't have to break off your relationships and your friends. This is not some secret society. This is an open society. This Bhakti Yogi is a society is very open. You tell everybody, I'm going to Tirupati. But if you're going to some, bar and restaurant, you don't tell everybody. You hide and go. Right? This is open, transparent, total transparent, absolute, like very nice. We are going to Tirupati. Yatra ja raha hai. We are going to Vrindavan Yatra, we are going to Mayapur Yatra, we are going to Jagannathpur Yatra. Oh, sab log aaye, we all go together. Bhajan, Kirtan and all that. Alright? So anyway, if you cannot do this, you do this. Even if you are not capable of doing this, asamartha, you are not samartha of doing this. If you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me. Because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage. Here I am showing the example of working for Krishna. Great example is Arjuna himself. He is fighting for Krishna. He is not fighting for a kingdom for himself or expand his kingdom or for some salary or anything like that. He is working for fighting and working for Krishna on Krishna's instructions to the best of his capability. Even if he is doing adharma, your grandfather, your guru, your brother, don't care, kill. Krishna is ordering. So Arjuna is not having any relationships here. I'm giving, because this is a relationships chapter. Krishna is telling, break all relationships. No relationship here. Kill everybody. Adharmis. They are on the side of adharma. We gave them a chance to come on this side. They did not come. So finish off. So relationships only with those people who are doing dharma, practicing dharma. You are kind to them. You also give them this bhakti, you give them books, you give them this mala, you give them this prashadam, you give them this knowledge, you help them, you are kind and compassionate. But if they are like terrorist kind of people, bombing temples then, or any religious structures, then you don't work with them. Dur rakho. We cannot fight like Arjuna, but we have to keep distance from those kind of people. But the neutral people, they are confused, they don't know what is right, what is wrong. Then like this, I'm making nice videos. I'm trying to help this neutral people. So they listen, they understand. That is very pleasing to Krishna. We are helping people. So if you cannot do that, work for Krishna. Work for Krishna like Arjuna worked. Otherwise, in today's context, I have shown like 2 people. Somebody is doing arati in the temple. Working directly, anything like washing pots in the temple, sweeping in the temple, making flower garlands in the temple, growing a garden with flowers in the temple garden. All this comes under this category. That means you are not committing to get up for Mangalarti in the morning. You are not committing to chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day. You are not approaching a guru for Diksha. You are not doing all that because that somehow is difficult in your current circumstances. Like your wife is not so much interested in Krishna consciousness, or your husband is not so much interested, then you can follow this and wait for an opportunity. Maybe it may take 5 years, it may take 10 years, doesn't matter. You get the same benefit of the other person who is chanting and taking diksha. Oh, I'm missing. No, you are not missing anything. Krishna is very kind. He's telling you, do this, you work for me directly. And slowly work upwards. This is also a personal relationship, working for Krishna. The next shloka. Athaitad api asaktoshi shakti ashakti ashaktosi kartum madyogamashritah sarvakarma phalatyagam tatha kuru yatatmavan. If, however, you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, then try to act giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated. If you cannot directly work for Krishna, go and work, give 1 hour of your labor in Krishna's temple. I'm rushing in the morning to office. I come home very late. I cannot do that. Then you are working somewhere and pleasing some bosses or some, industrialist or your owner or some banking system, some sarkari naukri. And in that naukri or business, you are getting some money. Small percentage, 1%, 2%, 3%, according to capacity, your situation. You are earning a lot of money, you could even give 10%. It's very small amount, then it is 1%. Again, don't compare with others. See what you can do in your circumstances. Send a small donation to the temple where they are employing people to keep the floor clean. They pay a salary to the sweeper, and that salary, your small money is going to somebody's salary there. You may not pay the whole salary. 10 people pay, then 1 person can be paid to keep the temple clean. So that you can do. That's what he's telling. If you cannot do direct labor, you are doing labor somewhere else. That money you get, you just send it to my service, Krishna is telling. And that is also Bhakti Yoga. That is also personal relationship. Now he comes to the other 2 methods, like Dhyana Yoga and Jnana Yoga. He is telling. So if you are unable to work in this consciousness of me, you see at that item number 4, he is working in some office, and then later a part of his salary, he sends it as a donation for the service, and you be happy, Krishna. You don't have to go to temple and sit there, but this relationship, even that many people cannot, then he says you do this. If you cannot do that also, do Dhyana Yoga or Jnana Yoga. The next one is 12th one. Okay, this one. The bar is not going down. Okay, whatever. So if you cannot do that also, he says 12th one. Shreyo hi gnanam abhyasa jnanat dhyanam vishishyate dhyanat karma phalatyagas chantir anantaram. If you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. Better than knowledge, however, is meditation, and better than meditation is renunciation of the fruits of action, karma palatyaga. So still the lowest rung on the personal service of Krishna, Sakara worship, worshipping the form of Krishna, the lowest one is karma palatyaga. You are not able to go to the temple. You are not able to go to the temple. You are sending a small donation, and it's hardly you go to the temple. Maybe once in a week, even that is not possible. Once in a month, even that is not possible. Once in a year. You are so busy, even Sundays you are working. You are sending a small donation, Krishna, please help me, I wanted to come. Maybe you go once in a year to some yatra. Even that lowest level of personal relationship is superior to these other 2 methods of Nirakara worship. So the thing is, Jnana Yoga, above Jnana Yoga is Dhyana Yoga, above Dhyana Yoga is this Karma Palatyaga. He's doing some karma and he's getting some fruits. Out of that fruits, he's offering some fruit to Krishna. He's getting a salary. Out of that, he sends 500 rupees donation to the temple. He gets 50,000 rupees, he's sending 500 rupees. Small, he begins speaking. He's a white belt. Advanced, he may sell 5,000 rupees. 10% he can sell. or he can bring something from the temple prasad and distribute in his neighborhood. Somehow he is spending his karma phala in this worship of Krishna. That is very nice. So here it is, if you cannot take to this practice, Shreyo hi gnanam abhyasaj gnanat dhyanam vishishyate dhyanat karma palatyagas tyagat chanti manantaram. If you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. Better than knowledge, however, is meditation, and better than meditation is renunciation of the fruits of action. For by such renunciation, one can attain peace of mind. So similarly, Krishna is giving this to us. Flexibility. He's setting a personal example. He's not asking for perfect 100 out of 100 like gopis you score, or 90 out of 100 like, you take Diksha like Prabhupada, and then you go and do prachar. He's not telling that. He's not expecting that also. He's so flexible. If you can do, you do this. If you cannot, you do this. If you cannot do that, 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 you do this. How can you apply in your daily life like this? In your relationships, like students or children, don't expect so much from your parents. And similarly, parents, don't expect so much from your children. It will be very, very impersonal and cold-hearted thing to expect, everybody getting into IIT and IIMs, and everybody becomes a big factory owner, billionaire, millionaire, trillionaire, and all these things. You cannot score. Even you children, don't expect so much from your parents. Your father is poor man, earning small salary. Hey, my friend, father, he gifted his son nice branded shoes. No, my father only brought me 15,000 rupees mobile phone. My friend got Apple, 1,70,000, I don't know, whatever. Series 17, 15, I don't even know the names. I use very simple phone. So he got 1,70,000 rupees phone. I got only 15,000 rupees phone. My father sucks. All Gen Z talk this. His father is like too cool, super cool. My father like this. So you don't expect like this. If you can get me Apple, if you cannot get me a lower level, if you cannot get me Android, in Android, if you cannot get me Samsung, get me a lower level. If you cannot get, you cannot even afford a phone, you do some savings, you do some part-time job somewhere, go and buy your own phone. That is pleasing to Krishna. Not blaming, criticizing, what have you done? That is not very. So Krishna is setting an example in his relationships with his devotees, with all of us. He is very kind and accepting us where we are in a very flexible way. In our relationships with people with whom we are having relationship, we should also be very kind and compassionate, empathetic, flexible. If your child cannot score 100, like your friend's son or daughter, it's okay, beta, no problem. Do better. You need any help? You are feeling that, don't feel bad, beta. Practice, abhyasa, do practice. You want any tuition? You want to do something? How can I help you? Can I send you for some speed reading course to improve your reading, faster reading? Can I help you in some way? Be compassionate. They score only 40, fine. Krishna is telling you, he's accepting you. You're doing some dhyana yoga because you cannot do personal relationship. There are many religions, they don't believe in a personal form of God, but they regularly go and do 5 times prayer to Nirakara Swarup. They think God has no form. Millions of people do that worship, and God is happy because they are very nice in the relationship with surrounding them. Now you are doing Sakara worship, deity worship, you are doing at home, you are doing Abhishekam, this, that, but around you, your relationship with other people is not so nice, then that guy is better. Somebody who is doing dhyana is better. Who is worshipping the Nirakara worship, that is better. Because this is going to come up in the next shlokas. He is setting a personal example in his relationship with his devotees. All this, whatever circumstances you are, he is accepting you and then slowly picking you up from there to the next level. He is dragging you. It is a journey. Instantaneously, everybody cannot come to this level. Krishna understands. Similarly, in our relationships with our family members, maybe parents, children, husband, wife. Wife is scoring 40, fine, na. Don't on first day expect. My mother was cooking so nicely. I'm missing that. She's doing her best, to serve you, and maybe that dal only scores 40 marks. Your mother's dal scores 100 marks. But she has just come, accept, hey, dal is very nice. Tell now what is that, and accept it. Don't compare that you are missing something. Let her themselves. Let her tell. You don't tell. Dal is nice. Not so nice. Your mother makes really nicely. Let the daughter-in-law tell the husband. Your mother really makes nice. I cannot make it. No, it's quite good. It's different only. She makes different way, you make different way. Make her feel comfortable. Then your relationship grows. Then you say, what to do now? Do I have a choice? I have to eat this. Meri karma hai, then finished. Then a big fight starts. Accepting as you are is very important. Oh, my father was earning 5 lakh rupees per month. You are earning only 25,000 rupees per month. If the new wife comes and tells the husband, how does he feel? Your father earning 5 lakh rupees after 20, 30 years of service. Your husband just now started his career. He is earning 25,000 rupees. Be kind to him. Be compassionate to him. No, we can manage 25,000 rupees. My father also, his first job he earned only 800 rupees. Later, now he is earning 5 lakh rupees per month. His first job, he only earned 800 rupees per month. Like that, you tell your husband, so he feels comfortable. You straight away starting 25,000. It's very nice. So this way, you accept the people as they are. Be flexible in their performances. You accept your children scoring less marks, fine. Don't be, kind and cold-hearted. This is the chapter of relationships. And in between, before I become very serious, let me smile. If I don't smile, it will come like a very cold lecture, too serious lecture. Okay? You all smile, please. Smile back at me. I cannot see your smiles. But still, for better relationships, in our program where students are attending, our diamond members, we have a program called as 500 smiles a day. Just we are exaggerating that figure. We call it really, header, I called it. You try for 5,000 smiles, at least you will smile 5 times a day. That is the benchmark. Because we are so busy, so serious, we don't smile. So I given all my students, I kept myself a target which I never achieved in my life, 500 smiles a day. Really, honestly, that is the goal, super goal we have kept. And we are all trying to smile at each other, building our relationships. Okay, the diamond membership program is there like that. There we teach all these techniques also. Now seriously, let us go to the next one. And Krishna is telling, look, you don't have only relationship with me. You must have good relationships among you. This is where your actual answer starts. And then if you have good relationships with all others, then you become more dear to Krishna. Your relationship with Krishna becomes more stronger. I said it's a mirror. Vice versa. You have a very strong relationship with Krishna, your relationship with others will increase. If you have very good relationship with others, because they are also children of Krishna, then Krishna is happy. You become more dear to Krishna. Text number 13 and 14. Okay. Adveshta sarva bhutana maitraha karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankaraha samadukka sukakshami santushtaha satatam yogi yatatma dridhanishchayaha mayyarpita manobuddhir yo madbhaktaha same priyaha. Who is equal in both happiness and distress. One who is not envious but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, and engaged. So, text number 13 and 14, Krishna is telling, whichever path you follow, whether Sakar or Nirakar, it doesn't matter. If you have to be dear to Krishna, you have to be nice to all the living entities. And these are the qualities you must develop. What kind of a person you have to be so that Krishna is pleased with you. You have to be a good husband, good wife. Then you have to be flexible with them. You should know how to communicate with them nicely. So simultaneously, when you improve your worship of Krishna, your relationships with others will improve. And when you improve your relationships with others, your relationship with Krishna will improve. They are both interdependent. You cannot only be very nice with Krishna and not nice with other people. And you are very nice with other people and you are an atheist. Or you don't believe in God. You don't do anything, nothing. No. You have to do both properly and nicely. So Krishna is telling, Adveshta sarva bhutana maitraha karuna yevacha nirmamo nirahankaraha samadukha sukakshami santushtaha satatam yogi yatatma dridhanishchayaha maya arpita manobuddhi yomadbhaktaha same priyaha. One who is not envious, but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor and is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant, always satisfied, self-controlled, and engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me, such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. So I show here some pictures. Now that I show only a male devotee in this. So women, I will use the next slide probably to make them happy and more balanced. So here this man is worshipping Krishna at home in the morning. But when he is outside interacting with other people, he is not hating a dog, or he is too affectionate to a cow. He is like, he's okay, nice pet dog, he's patting, smiling at a dog, and he's cuddling nicely a cow, and he's giving some food to some needy, some prasadam. He's interacting in a school with the youngsters, maybe he's a teacher, and he's meeting his friends, school friends, shaking hands, hi, how are you, high five. And then come back home in the evening and again he's doing some chanting. Morning some worship, he's breaking it into two. That means he's mixing both his Sakara worship of Krishna along with his interactions with others. He's interacting with Krishna, he is interacting with others also very nice. He is not hating anybody. Adveshta means no dvesha. Adveshta, sarva bhutanam, not only just a dog or a cow, all living entities including trees, fishes, beasts, worms. He is like, he doesn't hate anything. Adveshta sarva bhutana maitraha karuna evacha. These are all the qualities. This kind of qualities, if you develop, you will have better relationships with others. You should not hate your in-laws and love only your parents. Or some people hate their parents so much and then they love their in-laws because they come from a poor family. Now when they come to this rich family, all this sense gratification, so nice. I don't even want to go to my village, my parents. The place is not fair. They don't even have a nice TV there. I don't want that. You become very loving because they provide more. It is not nice. You have to be loving because again that flexibility has to be there. You accept them as they are with whatever limitations they have. You should still love. You should not. So all these qualities, if you develop, then you will have the best relationships with others. That's what Krishna is teaching. Adveshta sarva bhutana maitraha, friend, should be friendly. Karuna, compassion, kind. Evacha nirmamo, no ahankara, no ego. Sama in dukkha and sukha. This he keeps on repeating again in the next verses. Some of the qualities he keeps repeating, stressing that they are even more important. Some people, children, father is providing first 5 years of their life. Many people experience this until the age of 5 or until they went to primary 5. Father was doing nice business. He was providing everything. Afterwards, there was a bad patch in his business. from primary 6 onwards until college, he cannot provide like he used to provide in younger years. They start hating their father. They will forget that life changes, things can go wrong. They don't understand this. That's why Bhagavad Gita, to build your relationships, you have to be sama, equal. You don't reduce your love because the situation is now your father has become poor. When he was rich, you love him. When now he is poor, you don't love him. No, you have to be sama, equal in both conditions. So this shlokas, Krishna is teaching how to build happy, healthy, strong, good relationships, flexible relationships. So these are the things, sama in dukkha and sukha, santushtaha, with whatever comes according to Krishna by his own thing. You still don't lose faith in Krishna. Things go wrong, then you lose faith. No, Krishna is not nice. You don't lose faith. Santushtaha, nirahankaraha, no ahankara, no sense of proprietorship. Kshama, forgiving. Santushtaha, satisfied, always. And also engaged in my devotional service. Self-control, drida nishchayaha, determination. Mayarpita, when he is having all these relationships, his mind and intelligence also, he's putting on me. Such a devotee is dear to me. Then next shloka, small chapter, but lot of important thing is there. See, in this I take a woman example. 12, 15. No one is disturbed around you. Not that you are disturbed. You may have bad business now. Earlier you are making a lot of profit, but you don't come home and show it, and then you disturb the whole family. You become angry, you show it in your moods, you bring office to home. All that you don't do. You are smiling, you see, smiling. All are smiling in this. This lady of the house, she is the daughter-in-law in the house. Her parents have come. Her in-laws are also there. Her brothers and her siblings have come. Her husband's siblings also have come. They are all having meeting, and their children also have come. It is, and we show the nice altar room with Krishna there, and she's moving around with all the people. She's so well balanced that she's not so close to the in-laws, or not too close to her parents, not too close to her husband's siblings, or not too close to her own siblings, or her husband's families, their children, she's too close, or her side family's children, she's too close. She's so balanced, and no one is disturbed. Somebody is saying, "Dekho na, apna papa ko pehle diya coffee, whatever." She's serving her parents first, and then the mother-in-law gets upset. She's so intelligent. The way she serves, like nobody will find fault in her. The thing is, like if she goes and gives something to the mother-in-law, she's like, no, pehle guest ko dena apna. Give it to me, I will serve. So mother-in-law will also take from the daughter-in-law, and she will go and serve to her parents. She's creating a situation there where everybody is comfortable. Nobody is feeling like I am disrespected or something like that. This is a very ideal situation. It is possible. This is the way to build relationships. In one picture, I tried to show the best possible. I hope you all love it, and you go and like my video below and say, excellent sir, this was really very nicely depicted. I never saw Bhagavad Gita 12.15 in this way. So I'll read the Sanskrit and translation. Yasmanno dvijate loko, lokanno dvijate chayah, harsha marsha bhayodvegair, mukto yaha sachame priyaha. He by whom no one is put into difficulty. No one, because she behaves in a way that her parents will get hurt or in-laws will get hurt. They are all in the same room. She will behave in such a way that nobody will be put into any difficulty, and who is not disturbed by anyone. She is also not disturbed by others. Somebody may not behave. Everybody is not having ideal behavior, but one of them is misbehaves or don't treat her nicely, because everybody cannot score 100. No, we already spoke earlier. Some of her husband's brothers score only say 30, 40 out of 100. They don't talk to her nicely, but she doesn't get disturbed. She's flexible. Like, okay, he's scoring a 40, that is fine. She doesn't show externally. She will also score 40. She's not scoring people 40, so I will only relate 40 with him. He's giving me 40% love, I'll give 40% love. My sister is giving me 80% love, I'll give 80% love. No, she's equal and kind and empathetic, accepting them as they are. She doesn't get disturbed by others. She, even if somebody puts her into some kind of difficulty, she's like super cool, smiling, hey, and then they will come up from 40 marks to 50, 60 by the another 15, 20 minutes of interaction. They'll become very comfortable. Everybody is scoring 100 after some time. That is how she will behave and create an energy in the room like that. But central figure is there, no? Please try to follow her. She's creating that atmosphere into the whole family. Have I created a good slide? Huh? To understand Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12, text 15, I create this slide. He by whom no one is put into difficulty, he means she also, right? Bhagavad Gita is not some gender-based thing. Wherever he is there, even she is also taken. He by whom no one is put into difficulty and who is not disturbed by anyone, who is equipoised in happiness and distress. Now I show this picture. I could have shown another slide. One of the family members in the hospital, admitted, ICU, something, and she goes there. And all the same people in this, God forbid, should not happen. They all go there. But she will deal with everybody in the same way. Nobody feels uncomfortable, kind of thing. She's equipoised in a very happy occasion like this, maybe some festival, Janmashtami coming up, or some hospital scene. But she is equipoised in happiness and distress, fear and anxiety. And such a person is dear to me, Krishna is. So you have to build good relationships to become a better devotee of Krishna. Krishna's instruction to us. Now, text number 16, no selfish desire. He is clean and expert. I read the Sanskrit, and here again I show the example of a man, right? Yona Shishyati, 16th. 16th is Anapekshaha Shuchir Daksha Udasino Gatavyataha Sarvarambha Parityagi Yomat Bhaktaha Same Priyaha. Priyaha means dear. Such a devotee. So Krishna is telling he's just my devotee, but he's not nice to others. Krishna is not recommending that. Repeatedly he's telling, my devotee has no selfish desire. Apeksha, anapeksha, no desire, no selfish desire. Anapekshaha, shuchir, clean. He takes 2 times bath in a day. He keeps himself very clean. He wears his cloth only once, put it up for washing. Very clean externally. Internal cleanliness, he's chanting to keep his mind, or he reads Bhagavad Gita, he chants, he does some bhajan kirtan. To internal cleansing, external cleansing, he's very suchi, very clean. You can see in this picture. And then he is going to office in an office dress, working in the office. I show 3 images. Morning, very clean. And he's so expert. He does everything at home in the morning and goes to the office. I show there. He's expert there also. And he's not, not focused. He's very focused. Daksha, expert in office work also. And then he comes back in the evening. He's interacting with wife, his child, his parents. In the evening, getting together. Ideal. This is how you build relationships. Now, you don't do good job in the office, then you will not have good relationship with your colleagues or bosses. You have to be expert there also. You come home, you bring, oh, my margaya, my office is so bad. My boss was very furious. So many things. He comes home, hey, don't disturb me, no. You all know. Office, you live in the office, come home. He doesn't bring home to office and office to home, where he is very expert. That's why this shloka is so important. Anapekshaha shuchir daksha udasino gatavyataha sarvarambha parityagi yomat bhaktaha same priyaha. And people want me to tell all this in half a minute, 1 minute. Reels banao Prabhu, reels, how to do reels, all this. This content is worth lakhs of rupees. Please go through it, take a pass, go through it. It will help you a lot. I am very confident. Okay, Krishna will be very pleased if you go till the end, learn some things, make notes, improve your lives. Then Krishna will be very happy. All right. Don't ask me to make reels in 2 minutes. That is not the purpose. My devotee who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities, who is pure, expert, without cares, free from all pains, and not striving for some results, is very dear to me. Text number 17. This time, every time I show suit boot, I thought, let me show some village side farmer. They are also, in their circumstances, they can connect to Krishna and become very nice devotee. So in the next image, I show a different person. This is in suit boot. After that, I show a farmer also. Text number 17. Unmoved by life. See, on the left image, you see he got success, good results, whatever they were striving for, and everybody is clapping. They got very. And on the other side, the graph has gone down in his computer. Whatever they were focusing, it has gone down. So, but in the center, you show him, irrespective of what is happening, success or failure, heat or cold. In the center, you see him like he's very stable and steady. He quickly comes out of that, and then he works. He comes out. You are working in the kitchen, homemaker. First chapati or dosa, got spoiled. It's okay. No, you get upset and your whole cooking goes haywire because of that. No. Okay, understand. Okay. First ball beaten, cricket player. First ball beaten outside. Ball bach gaya. But focus, bring back, breathe, come back, focus. So you are unmoved by all these things, then Krishna is very happy. Then only your relationship will be good with others. This is the kind of person you have to be to please Krishna and to please others. This chapter is all about relationships. Healthy, happy, strong relationships all around. यो न हृष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न कांक्षति शुभा 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 अशुभा परित्यागी भक्तिमान यः समे प्रियः, one who neither rejoices nor grieves, who neither laments nor desires, and who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious things. Such a devotee is very dear to me. Text number 18 and 19. Next. Wow. In this world, there are dualities. Happy moments, sad moments, good rains, no rains. Even a farmer faces all these kinds of problems. It's not that only officers, software engineers in their office, they face problems. They have also challenges. So I show a village side, countryside, farmer for me. These two shlokas I dedicate to them and I put it there in the visuals. Samaha shatrau cha mitre cha sama, equal to friends and enemies. If an enemy does dharma, you support him. He may be your enemy or he may consider you an enemy, but even if an enemy does something nice, you appreciate. Your own friend does something adharma, you don't appreciate. So that's what it means, equality. Equality doesn't mean you close eyes to both dharma and adharma. That doesn't mean that. Okay? Samaha shatrau cha mitre cha tatha manapamanayoho tulyaninda stutirmuni santushto yena kenachit aniketah sthiramatir bhaktiman me priyo naraha. Such a devotee is very dear to me. What kind of a person? One who is equal to friends and enemies, who is equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame and infamy, who is always free from contaminating association. All these are dualities in this material world. Dualities are there. Opposites are there. Heat means cold also will come. Summer means winter also will come. But he is equal in all times. You have friends means you will have some enemies also. It is a taken. These things are there. But he is not disturbed by all this. He does all his duties accordingly in the right relationship, right proportion, and he is also doing his bhajan kirtan in the evening. You see some nice altar below his hut there. Some small altar photo he has, and he's playing harmonium. They have put one lantern there so that as the sun sets, it will give them some light. Into the night, they will do some bhajan kirtan, and he's doing some farming. And Krishna is very pleased with such a devotee. Annadatha Sukhi Bhava. A farmer is giving us food which we can offer to Krishna. If farmer doesn't work hard, we don't get anything. May Krishna bless. We pray for their health so that they perform well and we get all our crops nicely, properly. And they do nice chanting and kirtan, so rains don't stop and you don't get famines like that. Sometimes it can go wrong, but you are equal in all circumstances. So always silent and satisfied with anything, who doesn't care for any residence, who is fixed in knowledge, and who is engaged in devotional service, such a person is very dear to me. All right. And then next, final Charama Shloka number 20. This is about devotees. Different, I show all the things. Chaturvarnyam Maya Srishtam Gunakarma Vibhagasaha. Chaturvarnas, 4 varnas, and then 4 ashramas I show in this, all of them, all the 8 varieties I show. And they are all devotees. They all can be devotees. Whether Sakar or Nirakar is another matter. They all get connected to Krishna. And he's telling, he's stressing here, please understand. He's stressing here, somebody is very good relationship with Krishna but not with others, or somebody is very strong with all the other relationships but not so good devotee with Krishna. On this marks card with relationship he scores say 9 out of 10. On his relationship with Krishna he scores 3 out of 10, or vice versa. There with Krishna he scores 9 out of 10 and with others he is scoring 3 out of 10. All kinds of combinations, permutations you imagine. But Krishna is still, you must have the relationship with Krishna, that is primary. You cannot neglect the relationship between the two, which is the more priority. Your relationship with others or your relationship with Krishna, between the two, which is the priority, he says the priority is Krishna himself. His worship, his bhajan, his kirtan, there is the real priority. You cannot give up that. You should be determined to maintain your devotional service and bhakti with Krishna. This entire Bhagavad Gita is about bhakti with Krishna. And when you hold strong in that and you score there higher, here also you can score higher, not vice versa. This verse clarifies that bhakti, if you do perform nicely with Krishna, he will help you to score in the other scoreboard in your relationships with others. You score nice relationships with the others, they don't help you to score your bhakti marks. There are questions, in English there is detailed and non-detailed. Question paper A 100 marks, question paper B 100 or 50-50. English has 2 textbooks. One is detailed textbook, another is non-detailed textbook kind of thing. Both you have to score to pass and get high marks. But between the two, Krishna is telling his worship, if you do, he will help you more in the other areas. I will read this. Yetu dharma mritam idam yathoktam paryupasate shaddhadhana matparama bhaktaste ativa me priyaha. Every shloka before this he said, dear to me, very dear to me, very dear to me, very dear to me. He kept on telling. But this shloka, he establishes the bhakti of Krishna. Our relationship with Krishna is very, very more important than your relationship with anybody else in this planet. That relationship is high, and such a devotee is, Krishna is telling, very, very, very dear to me. Others, very dear to me. This one, very, very dear to me. So you have to maintain in your relationship with others. Like that means, you invite somebody home. You don't give them any food, hotel food. You cook nice food, offer to Krishna, Naivedya. After Krishna offers, it becomes prasadam. That prasadam you serve your guest. Such a devotee is very, very dear. Other people also entertain guests at home. Hey, what can I serve you? And you bring something from the restaurant. That's okay. You are scoring. That such a person is also dear to me. But this person who cooks and offers me and then gives to the guest is very, very dear to me. This is the difference. You are getting the point. You can have a nice relationship. You order some hotel and off. Or you can cook yourself at home. Hey, what can I make for you? Okay. And you cook for the guest. But you don't offer to Krishna, directly offer to the guests. Just entertain them. Dear to Krishna. But if you offer to Krishna and offer to the guests, after that, the prasadam, then you are very, very dear to Krishna. So you want to be very, very dear or very dear? You decide. Yetu dharma mritam idam यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्धदाना मत्परमा भक्तास्ते अतीव मे प्रियाः. Those who follow this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engage themselves with faith, making me the supreme goal, are very, very dear to me. Right? So even when you are having your relationships with others, everywhere mix Krishna into that. You are giving them a gift, you offer to Krishna and then give it to that gift. It should be connected to Krishna, and increasing your connection with Krishna, your bonding with Krishna, and their bonding also, they come closer to Krishna. Such a person is very, very dear to Krishna. So the text number 2 to this text number 20, Maya Veshya Mano Yema, those who fix their minds on my personal form, unto this Yetu Dharmamritam Idam. So the Supreme Lord has explained the process of Bhakti Yoga, devotional service, which is all about our relationship with Krishna, who is a person, our relationship with other living entities who are also persons. We are all having a form, so easy to deal with people. When he came into this world, he also set a beautiful example as a king, as a friend, as a student at school. He set a personal example everywhere. In his marriage to his queens, he set perfect, beautiful example for all of us. So here I show in this thing Chatur Varnas and Chatur Ashramas. In the top you see Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya with cows and farm produce, and you see a Shudra doing some menial work. Brahmana is studying some Shastra. This man is wearing some armor and flag. He is a Kshatriya. Whatever you are, your goal is Bhakti Yoga and Krishna. Krishna is the supreme goal. Etu Dharmamritam Idam. And then I am talking about the ashramas, 4 ashramas: Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi. The 4 ashramas, the 4 varnas, everybody has to do Bhakti Yoga ultimately, and everybody should have beautiful relationships with Krishna and with others, and everything has to be connected, wholesome. That is the sum and substance of this chapter 12 in legal language. In the court they will tell, this case lawyer will tell, is the sum and substance of this case. So this about building healthy, happy, beautiful, strong relationships, the sum and substance of this chapter is you had to develop a personal relationship with Krishna, and that is a priority. And through that personal relationship of Krishna, you have to establish and make your relationships with others to make them very strong, beautiful, healthy, happy relationships. All right? Smile, please. Smile is a very good technique to improve your relationships. Indiscriminately, don't smile. Smile at people. Some people may take you wrongly, right? So you should. All the navarasas are important. I'm not telling only smile is important. Some people don't remove all the other rasas. There are navarasas. Everything has some nice, good space in our life. But smile also, we have forgotten. Only 8 rasas we follow. The 9th rasa, the happiness rasa, we forgotten. So we just remind people, include. There are no 8 rasas. There are 9 rasas. And this happiness rasa and smiling rasa also you put inside this. So we come to the end of the chapter. Thank you all very much for walking this Bhagavad Gita journey with me. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share this if you think it is of some help to others. So the Gita reveals the truth. Stay tuned for the next timeless answer. Chapter 13. Very beautiful question. The chapter begins with, who owns your body and life, will be answered in this chapter 13. All right. Hare Krishna. Have a great day.